Updates on the pro-Palestinian protests underway on college campuses around the country.
More to come. The KU Swift Society celebrates the release of Taylor Swift's new album.
Stay tuned as we say goodbye to our seniors.
Live from the studio in Stauffer Flint at the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Good morning and welcome back to KUJH. I am Renee Malasmi.
And I'm Grace Gom. Last week, we got to cover the change of the Palestinian community's role here in Lawrence. This week, KUJH's Cameron McCrory joins us in studio to talk about the protests happening at major U.S. universities.
That's right, Grace. Student protests are on the rise at universities across the nation, including Columbia, Harvard, and Minnesota, as students express their continued support for Palestine. Many students are also demanding that their universities cut financial ties with Israel and are saying they won't back down until these conditions are met. Hundreds of students have been arrested and suspended in connection with these protests, which has spurred discussion about free speech on campus.
Growing protests as students from Columbia University vowing to occupy school grounds until the university meets their demands.
We are calling for divestment from Israel
so that Columbia is not funding the genocide of Palestinians in Gaza.
This, as calls for the resignation of the school's president, Manoush Shafiq, continue to get louder. Shafiq under fire from both inside and outside the university and could face a censure vote from the university senate as early as tomorrow.
Shame on you!
Shafiq and other university officials are facing internal criticism that NYPD arrests and student suspensions allegedly violated tenets of academic freedom and free expression on campus. From Boston to Berkeley, there is a spotlight on how colleges are managing student outrage. Harvard Yard closed for a second day in a row. While at MIT, a pro-Palestinian encampment stands firm in solidarity with other protesting students.
Students united will never be defeated.
The growing unrest on college campuses causing concern and chaos as schools prepare for graduation in the coming weeks. Many students saying they fear for their safety.
It's scary, it's terrifying. They have a sign that says, "Long live the Intifada."
While others say they are
vehemently opposing all forms of oppression.
And they will not back down.
Until MIT agrees to stop building the weapons that are used in this mass killing.
We want the genocide to stop.
House Speaker Mike Johnson met with Jewish students at Columbia in a controversial visit on Wednesday. Joined by other Republican lawmakers, he called for the university's president to step down if she wasn't able to control the protests. Now, we haven't seen protests of this scale here at KU, but as we discussed last week, Lawrence's Palestinian community continues to advocate for social justice. Grace, Raneem, back to you.
Thanks for that update, Cameron.
It has now been almost 2 months since the city of Lawrence put in place the ban of single-use plastic bags, one of the city's efforts into making the city more sustainable. KUJH Landon Quisenberry has more on the sustainability efforts from the city as well as on campus.
The single-use plastic ban, which started March 1st, is one of the many steps Lawrence is taking to be more sustainable. After the ban was put in place, some may have felt odd going to the grocery stores across town and being met with paper bags along with reusable ones. But many have settled in and it's become the new norm. The city is using this strategy to reduce the use of plastic throughout Lawrence.
What we are hoping for is to reduce the number of single-use plastics in Lawrence. So this is one way to reduce the plastics. We will also see less litter of plastic bags in the roadways, sidewalks, waterways.
One topic discussed was the recently vetoed bill that would essentially overturn the ban here in Lawrence, as well as preventing the city from moving on to future sustainability efforts. As for on campus, KU is looking to make an impact in their own way on sustainability efforts. KU's biggest goal is to transition their entire fleet of buses to electric with plans to have zero emissions by 2035. Students are also encouraged to make their own impact with sustainability on campus.
I really think it's important for us at KU to take what we're passionate about in regards to sustainability and like go after it, implement it, make it a project. And I think you'll have a greater impact on our planet if you do that.
Both experts said any action taken helps no matter how small. Students and residents have an opportunity to band together and make a big impact, whether it's starting your own sustainability project or helping an organization around town. For KUJH News, I'm Landon Quisenberry.
Thanks, Landon. It'll be interesting to see what sustainability efforts students and faculty will make in the near future. As you enter Lawrence, you might have noticed a road sign for KU boasting our 4 men's basketball national championships. But there's another national championship winning organization recognized on that sign, the debate team. This legacy of excellence continues to inspire students to join the team every single year. KUJH's Jordan Ziegler sat down with the team after another successful year.
The University of Kansas has a rich tradition of successful policy debate programs.
So the KU debate team mainly focuses on policy debate. There are other speech events that exist kind of in high school, but KU, almost all of it is policy debate. We also have a British Parley team.
This legacy of success continues to inspire students to join the team every single year.
For sure. I mean, as you walk up and everything, you see all the banners, and that's very inspiring, and kind of, you know that there's this legacy of excellence that happens here.
Just like the basketball team, KU debate not only is in the tournament, but dominates it every year.
The debate team has won since 1947 when the National Debate Tournament was created. KU has had a team in the Final Four every decade, the 1940s, 50s, 60s, up through the current decade. We've had 20 teams reach the Final Four. We've won 6 national championships and been in the, this is our 8th appearance in the championship debate. And as you said, we've consecutively qualified every year since 1968, and we're very proud of the legacy and traditions of success that the university has.
Because debate cannot offer scholarships, the recruiting process to join the team looks a little bit different.
Most of the recruiting that we do is done through summer debate camps. We host the Jayhawk Debate Institute every summer here in Lawrence, Kansas, and many of our staff work at other camps. Dr. Bricker teaches at a camp at the University of Michigan. And a number of the contacts we make with students are over the summer. As I said, most of our debaters and most of our coaches also assistant coach and judge at high school tournaments, and so they'll see students and communicate with them on whether they might have an interest in coming to the University of Kansas.
After another appearance in the championship debate, KU finished the year as one of the premier teams in the country again.
Thanks, Jordan. I'm excited to see what they accomplish next year.
We have had great weather the past few days, but it seems like it's getting a little bit cooler.
Yeah, Ashton, how are we looking?
Good morning, KU. We're taking a look outside across our cameras right now, and we've had quite a bit of rain showers already. However, though, this is just the start as we head into this weekend with multiple rounds of rain showers coming into Friday, Saturday, leading into Sunday as well. Taking a look at the cameras behind me right now, we have Topeka right here. This is our Lawrence camera. Lots of overcast conditions for today, bringing us the chances of rain as well. As we head into today, temperatures are going to stay relatively mild. Taking a look at our radar right now, we have those overcast conditions bringing us the rain chances, and then tonight that is when we are taking a look at more severe weather as we take a look at our convection outlook for today. This green is a 1 out of 5 scale, and that's what we're in right now. However, though, as we head into tomorrow, it's going to shift to a 2 out of 5, getting close to this 3 out of 5 scale. So this just means if storms do develop, they can bring strong winds, large hail with it as well. We can't rule out that possibility of a tornado. Taking a look at our temperatures right now, staying relatively mild, 56 degrees here in Lawrence right now. Winds are out of the east at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then coming up next, we'll take a look at the timing of these storms coming up.
Thanks, Ashton. One of Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's priorities this year was securing increased funding for special education in the state. As the legislative session nears its end, will she need to carry that mission forward into the next year?
Joining us in the studio today, KUJH reporter Francesca Onofrio, who sat down with the Lawrence Public Schools superintendent to talk about the issue regarding special education budget. Francesca.
Thanks, Grace and Renee. There has been nearly a $382 million deficit in special education funding in Kansas. Per federal and state law, the special education budget must be funded by at least 92%. But for over 13 years, that hasn't been the case. This past school year, Lawrence School District had to allocate more than $8.4 million to cover the shortfall. The funds were moved from their general education fund, essentially their savings. The superintendent of Lawrence Public School District, Dr. Anthony Lewis, explained how this affects everyone.
Well, it is a general education issue as well. We spent about maybe a little over $25 million on special education services, and we only get about maybe $17 million in revenue. And so there's about an $8 to $10 million gap that we have to pull from our general fund to support, as we should, to support our students with disabilities. And so the reason that it's a general education issue is because we're pulling money from our general funds that could otherwise be used for additional supports, services, and programs for all students, as well as staff increases and staff salaries. And so it's really just impacting the district overall as a whole.
One of Lawrence Public Schools' 2024 first legislative priorities is to fully fund special education as required by current state law. Currently, Senate Bill 387, which would determine the budget, is set to be voted on soon. For more information, please visit the Kansas State Department of Education website at www.ksde.org. Back to you, Grace and Raneem.
Thanks, Francesca. It'll be interesting to see the outcome of that vote.
Up next, Ashton will bring you all the updates you need to plan your week ahead.
Plus, did you get a chance to build your own bouquet of flowers outside DeBruce yesterday? If you missed it, KUJH's Savannah Meyer was there to explore the enchanting world of floral artistry, offering a perfect way to decompress during finals.
We will be right back. Welcome back.
We're getting pretty close to finals week, and I'm hoping for some nice weather in the meantime.
Ashton, what can we expect?
Today we have widespread showers and thunderstorms for today, carrying with us into this weekend. We have increased severe weather risk increasing as we head into Saturday and Sunday. However, though, by the time we return to school there on Monday, we should be clear of these severe weather threats. This is a weekend, though, you need to stay weather aware and make sure you have more indoor plans because we have lots of chances of showers coming up, and we will break down the timing of these storms coming up next.
Thanks, Ashton. As we gear up for some rainy weather this weekend, it seems fitting to recall Taylor Swift's lyric, "Meet Me in the Pouring Rain," from her 2010 hit song Sparks Fly. But luckily, now we have 31 new Taylor Swift songs to listen to. Fans from all over the world waited in anticipation for this release of Taylor Swift's newest album, The Tortured Poets Department. The Swift Society is a club at KU where Swifties can come together and discuss all things Taylor Swift. This club has hosted a release party for the new album, and KUJH Kristen Howell was able to check it out.
The KU Swift Society hosted a release party last Thursday for Taylor Swift's 11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department. Swift Society president and founder Alexis Greenberg says she created the club to build a community.
So I figured having like a communal space and a communal environment where everybody can kind of share their love for Taylor was a little bit better than just stopping random people on the street, and it's been a lot of fun.
The release party was just that, having activities like bracelet making and bingo connected to the new album. Release parties for new albums or re-releases for Taylor Swift's music have become a new tradition for some.
Release parties are one of my new favorite traditions. I think a lot of Swifties have traditions to listen on their own or with a friend, but having this communal environment where everybody kind of really embodies the vibes of it is a ton of fun.
Kylie Lewis said being with other Swifties made the release of the album that much better.
In the past, I've always celebrated with like one or two friends, but this time having closer to 50 people, it just really made it such an amazing time to like connect with other Swifties.
For KUJH, I'm Kristen Howe.
Swifties at KU got a special treat this weekend when Taylor Swift herself posted a reel featuring a clip of her wearing Jayhawk merch. I personally love the album so much, it's been stuck in my head this entire week.
Listen, personally, I am not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift, but I am more into local music, you know, especially if it's been less than 5 months. 5 months if they have less than 5 months listeners on Spotify. Luckily for fans of local music like me, Liberty Hall is hosting the 30th annual Farmer Ball. KUJH August Cooney is live from Liberty Hall with us.
Grace, the show performances from several local, student, and regional bands, including Blacklight, Indra, and Mopsy. Make sure to arrive within an hour to the start of the event in order to collect a wristband. A wristband will be required in order to vote after the show. Doors will open at 7 p.m. and the show will start at 8 p.m. Tickets will be $3 to students with a KU ID and $5 to the public at Liberty Hall on Mass Street. Back to you in studio.
Thank you, August. I will make sure to stop by this weekend.
Spring activities are in full bloom to end out this semester. KU Dining and the Kansas Union partnered up to bring a fun and free activity to the students.
The Union and KU Dining came together outside the DeBrew Center to encourage students to build spring flower bouquets. This gives students a chance to step away from their computers and enjoy the lovely weather in company with others.
So we walked by and we noticed that they were giving out flowers, so we asked where they're from, and it turns out it's the KU Dining Services and Union. So we just followed both on Instagram, and then we got to make flowers.
To go with the students' pretty bouquets of flowers, KU Dining gave out 2 flavor samples of the Starbucks Refreshers as another treat for students. This event was an opportunity for students to do something in between classes, get their mind away from finals, and enjoy spending time together. For KUJHNews, I'm Savannah Meyer.
If you missed the flower bouquet making event but are still looking for a stress relieving event, Tea at 3 is happening at the Kansas Union this afternoon.
I really hope we can enjoy these events outdoors this week. Ashton is back with us with the full forecast.
So unfortunately, any outdoor plans for today may be an issue because we have quite a bit of rain showers on the way right now. As we take a look over, we're in the 50s already. And then as we head into the later afternoon, we are staying in the 80s for today. So it is going to stay relatively cool, and our temperatures are going to be hanging out in the 50s, but the main concern for today are the showers. We have 80% chance of showers, and we are in this convected outlook for today. We're in a 1 out of 5 risk for us in this area, and the yellow is a 2 out of 5 for our area currently, and this just means that if storms do develop, it has the chance of bringing strong winds and hail with it. Right now, currently in Manhattan, they are in a severe thunderstorm warning right now. This is bringing about an inch-size hail with it, and winds close to 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is just in Manhattan to the west of us. However, though, these storms are heading closer to us, so as we head into the later half of our afternoon, that is when these storm systems begin to increase. And as you can see, we have this band of storms that begin to develop. This will be later into tonight around 9 to 10 p.m. And this is the band of storms that we are concerned about right now, because as our storms begin to just push on through, this brings strong winds with it and hail as well. So make sure today is the day you'll just want to stay weather aware with our weather. Tonight's low at 56 degrees. We do have those thunderstorm chances, breezy conditions, and then winds are out of the southeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. So today the storms will carry with us into tonight, and today's not the only issue. Friday, we're in another severe weather look as we're in a 3 out of 5 further up north and a 2 out of 5 risk for slight chances of thunderstorms for our area. Once again, this can't be ruled out the possibility of a possible tornado, strong winds and hail this weekend. If you have any outdoor plans, you'll just want to make sure you're staying weather aware with warm temperatures in the 70s, 77 degrees for tomorrow's forecast, showers and winds, and those winds are going to be picking up out of the southeast at 20 to 25 miles per hour, gusting close to 35 miles per hour. Taking a look at this 7-day forecast for us, temperatures for tomorrow are in the 60s and then warming back up into the 70s. Multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms heading our way as we head into this weekend. By Monday, finally clearing out back into the lower 70s. However, the storms returning once again on Tuesday. However, you just want to stay weather aware this weekend. Make sure you know where that umbrella is because we have multiple rounds of thunderstorms on the way.
Thanks, Ashton. I'm really not looking forward to those storms. We'll be right back.
Coming up on KUJH Sports, we'll catch you up to date on all the latest Jayhawk action.
Stay with us.
Missed the bus again?
Yeah.
You should download My Bus Lawrence. You can see when buses are arriving here, and you can also see where the buses are in Lawrence.
Wow, okay.
Download the My Bus Lawrence app today.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back to the final KUJH show of the semester. I'm Brock Niemeyer.
And I'm Shamaria Massenberg. This is our last chance for both me and Brock to catch you guys up on sports for KUJH. While we are sad it's over, we are both excited to talk about sports with you one last time.
Last weekend was the 101st edition of the Kansas Relays, and the Jayhawks were dominant on both the men's and women's side, taking home 15 gold medals combined between the two teams. On the men's side, Dimitros Pavlidis won the men's discus throw with a 60.68 meter throw to win the event by over 15 feet. Sophomore Taylor Klein won the long jump event with a distance of 7.52 meters.
As for the women's side, senior Tori Thomas took first in the shot put. Junior Avery Brooks won the pole vault, and freshman Mason Minershagen tied for first in the high jump and 1.7 meters. Junior Aaliyah Lindsay won the long jump event with a mark of 6.15 meters. Freshman Immaculate Jumatai won the 800-meter race with a time of 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
Staying on the subject of the Kansas Relays, KUJH's Murray Hamilton recently spoke with KU track runner Grant Lockwood about his season and future.
Standing middle distance runner from Kansas City, Kansas, Grant Lockwood has proved he is the real deal this season. Lockwood is the individual Big 12 champion in the 600 metres and has set the school record twice. His record stands at an impressive 1 minute and 7.79 seconds. Lockwood feels that this record and his title has been his biggest achievement this season, but is still pushing to improve in other events.
I mean, we still have a whole outdoor season to go, so there's many more things to be proud of, but so far, definitely that title on that record. So we're in the middle of our outdoor season, and I'm just getting ready to run the 800, which I've actually never done in college. And so I'm really excited to see what I can do in that. My goal ultimately is to be an All-American in either the 400 or the 800, and also get our 4x4 to nationals.
Not only is Lockwood a track star, he also shines in the classroom and was even valedictorian in high school. However, he is still figuring out how to balance his academic and training life.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big time commitment. Being a student athlete is a big thing, but there's so many resources here at KU through the athletics department that, I mean, they really provide so much support. I mean, as far as the time balance goes, it's just like running in general. You just got to keep pushing, and as you get better at it, it becomes more fun.
Most just getting into running, Lockwood encourages beginners to push through the pain.
Just keep pushing. I mean, running is definitely something that you say you're a runner, and people are like, "Oh, how do you do that?" I mean, as you keep working and keep getting better at it, it gets more and more fun as you get more and more in shape. So just don't quit and keep on pushing.
Lockwood is a fine example of how hard work, drive, and dedication to something you're passionate about really does pay off. As a fellow runner, I'm sure I'll be watching his future race results with great interest. For KUJH News, I'm Murray Hamilton.
Thanks, Murray.
The Kansas baseball team took 2 out of 3 last weekend down in Waco against the Baylor Bears. Kansas dropped the first game of the series Friday night 14-5. The game Saturday was rained out and forced the two teams to play a doubleheader on Sunday. The doubleheader became exactly what the Jayhawks needed to get back on track as they won both games with final scores of 8-4 and 12-2, and a 12-2 run rule victory in the second game. These two wins moved the Jayhawks conference record to 9-9 and in a tie for 6th place in the Big 12. Kansas also played a midweek game on Tuesday in Lincoln against Nebraska. The Jayhawks won this one as well by a score of 9-4 and completed the two-game series sweep against the Cornhuskers. Michael Brooks homered in the ballgame to extend his current hitting streak to 18 games. The program record for longest hitting streak is 24, which was originally set by Jared Schweitzer and then tied by Tavian Josenberger in 2021.
Up next for the Jayhawks is another conference series this weekend at home. The Texas Tech Red Raiders are coming to town with a 12-9 conference record. The first game is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. KU softball faced an unfortunate defeat against a #1 ranked Texas this past weekend. The Longhorns swept the Jayhawks in all 3 games, with the final scores being 4-2, 11-3, and 7-0. The sweep dropped KU's conference record to 11-10 overall, but they remain all alone in 4th place in the conference. Last night, the Jayhawks dropped a midweek matchup against UMKC by a score of 4-1. Angela Price finished 1 for 3 on the night and drove in the Jayhawks' lone run.
The Jayhawks have another tough test this weekend as they take on 4th-ranked Oklahoma State in Stillwater. The Cowgirls are 4th in the country but 3rd in the Big 12 behind Texas and Oklahoma. This is the second to last series of the year for the Jayhawks as they take on BYU the following weekend before the Big 12 tournament.
Celebration is in order for KU women's golf as they make history by securing the program's 3rd NCAA appearance. The Lady Hawks finished in 7th place in the Big 12 championship, tying their best finish over the last 10 years. Sophomore Amy DeCock led the team in scoring, finishing T12 with rounds of 74, 69, and 73. Junior Lauren Clark joined DeCock in the top 20 with a +4 at T17. The Jayhawks will be the 9 seed in the 12-team region, with Stanford being the 1 seed in their region.
The KU men's golf team finished 8th in the Big 12 tournament yesterday. Sophomore Will King earned all Big 12 honors with his 4-under finish. He finished in a tie for 8th place as well. Well, that is all the sports we have for you today, Shamaria. It has been a pleasure covering sports with you for KUJH.
Likewise, Brock. I'm going to miss prepping for shows with you and just the rest of the team after such a great season. After the break, stay tuned to see what ourselves and the rest of the seniors have to say about KUJH.
For one last time, I'm Brock Niemeyer.
And I'm Shamaria Massenberg.
Stay right with us.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back to KUJH. Ashton is back for our final look at the weather. How's it looking out there, Ashton?
Yep, we got one more look at our final forecast right now. We have thunderstorms and showers developing for today. In Manhattan already, they're in a severe thunderstorm warning with an inch-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds currently in Manhattan, and those storms are just going to continue to move across the area, heading closer towards us. We have showers for this weekend as well, carrying with us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a weekend you'll want to stay weather aware for our week. Temperatures on Saturday back into the lower 80s, and then finally getting some relief from these storms there on Monday in the lower 70s. However, though, you may want to move any of your outdoor plans inside for this weekend.
Thanks, Ashton. We'll be missing you as our weather go-to.
KUJH Rin helped the seniors share their KU memories and future plans, including me and Grace.
As the semester comes to a close, 6 of KUJH's own will soon take the long-awaited walk down the hill as they start a new chapter of their lives.
I will be attending Louisiana State University, where I will be earning a master's degree in mass communications and continuing my research journey.
I will be working in Topeka at KSNT. I got a job as an MMJ there.
I will be studying abroad next fall, and after I graduate, I am planning either on going abroad, working abroad, or trying to work locally for a little bit.
I'm not totally sure yet. I've been applying to jobs, and hopefully I'll be moving out of the Midwest.
Through their time on KUJH and at the School of Journalism, seniors are graduating with skills to prepare them for future careers.
KUJH is a lot of teamwork, and I think it's taught us a lot about working with each other. It's just kind of like a big group project, and just getting this different input and working with people and my classmates, I think will be very helpful in the future.
KUJH in particular has taught me just real life lessons in how to create a package and all that stuff that I wouldn't have known before, and it's made me a lot more confident in my abilities.
I feel like you are a better journalist when you report on things that you care about, and I feel like the J School and KUJH have equally prepared me for an entry-level position, but also given me the space and opportunity I've needed to do the things that I care about.
You know, everything journalistic-wise I've gotten in my 3 years at the J School, so they've taught me everything, and I'm very grateful.
I know where my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, and what I enjoy the most, what I don't enjoy.
Along with the lessons learned, it's also about the friends they made along the way.
It's, you know, put me in a great spot to begin my career, but just probably the friendships I've made along the way and the relationships.
We all feel like a family, and it's felt like that both semesters that I've been a part of it. So I've had my own family in a way, and it's made coming to produce this show that much more fun.
We've all gotten really close, and they're more than school friends to me now.
I think my favorite part of being a part of KUJH has just been all the friendships that I've made and the connections I've made with everybody on the crew, and just having excellent mentorship from Melissa and Cal, and it's just been a great learning experience for me, so I'm really grateful for it.
Thank you, Ren. As a senior, I am definitely sad. It's a bittersweet feeling.
What are you guys gonna miss the most?
Oh, just being with the group for sure. You guys have made this so much fun, and I've had such a blast and learned so much, and just can't thank not only the seniors but everybody on our crew enough.
Yes, Brock has been really emotional today, so for the love of God, don't cry on air.
He's fighting for his life.
I'm trying. So.
KUJH will be back next fall.
In the meantime, keep up to date with KUJH on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as visiting our website at tv.ku.edu.
One last time, I am Rennie Malasmi.
And I'm Grace Gomb, signing off.